Hello everyone. So in this episode I'm going to show you how to create this directional wind system. So with the parameters I can change the direction of the wind like this. So I have set up some material parameters. So by changing those parameters I can change the wind direction of this grass. So like this. Okay, so that's what I'm going to cover today. Okay, so today we are going to add the grass wind. Yeah, this is what we have at the moment, and this is the grass material, and this is the grass material instance, and that's the material I have assigned to this grass mesh, like this. Just a small recap. Okay, now let's go to the grass material, and yeah, in order to add wind, this is the node that we have to work with. So if I add something to this node, it will add an offset to whatever the pixel that this material is being rendered. So just to demonstrate that, I'll do something like this. Let me promote this to a parameter. Okay, it's called world position offset, and yeah, now here, yeah, actually not the world position offset, let's call it wind direction, sorry, wind vector. And yeah, now here if I increase this R, you can see as I change the R, this material is going in this direction, not the material, the object that is rendered here. So if I set it to 0, it is here. If I change the G, it moves this way. So if I change the B, it moves up and down. So that means I am adding a uniform offset to each pixel of this object with this wind vector. So in order to make it look like a wind, what should I do is this. I need to make this wind vector have some variation with time. Also, that offset should not be applied to this bottom part of the mesh. That's because that's the place this grass is attached to the ground. So if the attached root is also moving, it wouldn't look very realistic, right? Okay, so how can I prevent that? Yeah, like this. First I'll multiply this one. Okay, before that let me show one more thing. Here, yeah, I can get a texture coordinate. So this texture coordinate goes from, yeah, if I use it as the color, you can see that. Let me disable the opacity mask for a moment and make it a plane, right? So if I put the texture coordinate like this, you can see these colors are being changed. So let me add a component mask this to this, because I need to show only one part. So I'll make only R. Now as you can see here, the texture coordinate, when it moves from this side to this side, this R value goes from 0 to 1. So that's why this side is dark and this side is bright. So if I change the texture coordinate, I'll mask only the G part. Same thing happens in this way, right? So here the texture coordinate G is 0, here it's 1. So that's what we need to use here, right? So I'm gonna multiply this wind vector with this and apply. Now what would happen is this. Let's see. As I change, shall we to use this? Okay. Now if I change the R, okay, not R, let's use the other one, G. Yeah, if I change the G, you can see the top part of the grass stays still while the bottom part moves. That's because top part does not move. That's because of this multiplication. So what I have to do is I need to get the 1 minus value and then multiply this. So the top, instead of top part, now the bottom part will stay still while the top part moves like this. Okay, now yeah, let me make this something like 300 and go here. Now this is what we have now. Now as you can see, this grass is not actually attached to in the right where the ground begins. It is submerged a little down. So to compensate for that offset, actually I have given that offset, maybe it should be coming from either the mesh itself or here. Okay, I think it comes from the mesh itself. So anyway, so what I want to do is to compensate for that, I need to make sure until this grass is maybe at this height, until it is at this height, I should disable the bending. So maybe I can, yeah, I can subtract, yeah, not 1, maybe 0.3. And yeah, before that make sure you are going through a clamp node, because if the value is already 0, you will get a minus value. I'll promote this to a parameter. I'll call it cross root offset. I'll make it 0.1 and apply. Now let me show you what happens. Okay, now you can see here the grass has started bending at some distance, not from the beginning of the root itself. Okay, right. Now let's add the wind. So to make it look like a wind, what I have to do is I need to make sure that this grass is bent, maybe like this. But if I change only this value, everywhere the grass bending will look same, and that's not good. So yeah, let me show you what happens if I do that. Well, yeah, no need to show that. Yeah, let's do something like this. Let's get a noise vector again. This one would be better. And add here. And then let's multiply the output of this one with whatever the value we get here, and then connect to the world position offset and apply. Let's see how it looks now. Well, now as you can see, some grass blades are bent, right? No, I'm not sure. Let's, what's the value here? Let's make it 300, 400 to be see some obvious change, right? Now as you can see here, see some of the grass blades are bent, some of them are not. That's because of this noise texture. So just like before, we need to be able to scale this down and up. So let's get a texture coordinate and multiply and append wind wave size. Actually not the size, wind wave, let's see, multiply, and I'll make it maybe 0.3. Now there should be some change here. Right, this area is bent and this area is not. This area is straight. Wait, I think no, instead of multiplying it right here, it would be better if I do the multiplication at this point. After this, right, now in order to give the moving effect, we can do this. We can add time. Now see, it is moving, but it is too drastic, too fast. So let's slow it down with the multiplier. Not a multiplier, yeah, multiplier. And I'll promote this to a parameter. Let's call it wind speed multiplier, and it should be very small, maybe 0.01. Is it not moving at all? Let's see. Let's increase this then. How about 0.1? Okay, not cool. 0.01. Well, still I don't really get the result that I wanted to have. This looks kind of odd. I'm not sure why. I think I know the reason. Let me show you. So as you can, yeah, let's see. This wind wave multiply. I think I need to make it small. Oh no, no. That's not good. It's too uniform actually. I need to have some randomization. Okay, let's try something else. Let's forget about this part. I'll break it. Oh, sorry. Mm, Not here. I should break it from here. And yeah, and then instead of this, let's add a sine wave. With the yeah, with this time. Now you can see the grass is bending. Let's increase the speed a little bit. Oh, what's happening? No, that's too fast. And you also see this is moving the other way as well. That's because of the negative values. So yeah, let's add 1 here so that it won't go to the negative side. It will move in between 0 and 1, 0 and 2. Okay, so I think I need to reduce this one. Let's see, only with 100. Alright, but I see still this root is moving. That's not good. I should be able to get rid of that by increasing this grassroot offset. Let's try 0.5. Right, 0.4. 0.5 seems better, but it works only for some roads, some grass meshes. Why does some of them still move? Ah, right. These are bending from here and these are bending from here. Yeah, anyway, let's deal with that problem later. Now let's continue with the wind. Okay, so now I need some variation. So after this part, yeah, now I think I should add this noise. Oh, wait, not like that. Multiply, sorry, not multiply. I should do another addition. To get some randomization. Well, no. Let's disable this part. It doesn't have to move. Well, it's still too uniform. Shall we do this? No. Yeah, maybe instead of adding, let's try multiply. Yeah, it's better, I think. Yeah, maybe I should prevent these grass blades bending all the way to the straight, so I can get some sense of direction. Right, I remembered something. Instead of this add-in, let's add a panel. For the time, this. For the speed, let's see 0.1, 0.1. And let's connect this without the sine part. Well, this looks natural than before, right? Okay, so I have also changed this tiling noise, this noise to another one. And yeah, now here also I need to make sure that this does not become zero at any point, otherwise this part will be completely straight. So we can prevent that by adding maybe not 1.3 or zero point 0.5. Let's say point, let's stick with 0.5. And okay, this is better. Let's increase the wind speed to 300. Alright, this is cool. Yeah, now if I change this from 300 to minus 300, the grass is bent the other way. Now this is how it behaves. Okay, so like this I can control the direction of the wind like this. Okay, so yeah, that's all I wanted to do for today. And in the next episode I'll show you how to change this wind direction in the runtime, and according to the wind direction how to rotate these grass blades, and after that particles and other stuff. And okay, so I'll stop at this point. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of my Patreon club. Link would be in the description below. And thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.